You step on the bathroom scale. The number is perfectly normal. You look in the mirror, and your arms and legs are lean. You wear the same clothing size you have worn for years. By every external metric, society tells you that you are healthy. But then, you receive the results of a routine ultrasound, and the diagnosis is quietly devastating: non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, grade 2. You are completely confused. You do not drink heavily. You deliberately avoid eating fatty meats and heavy butter. You ask yourself how a lean physical framework can possibly harbor a disease associated with severe obesity. I want to clear your conscience right now. You are not secretly lazy, and this is not a failure of your willpower. If you have been desperately trying to eat clean by consuming fat-free yogurts, commercial fruit juices, and massive bowls of whole wheat pasta, you are simply the victim of a global dietary deception. Your biology is not broken. It is operating exactly as it was designed. You are caught in a massive metabolic glitch. You see, dietary fat does not cause a fatty liver. This entire condition is driven by a hidden carbohydrate overload. For lean individuals, the reality is deeply terrifying. Your superficial fat cells, the ones under your skin, simply refuse to expand. So, the toxic overflow of energy bypasses your skin entirely and is forcefully injected directly into your vital organs. Today, we execute the Metabolic Override. We will uncover the invisible chemicals paralyzing your liver, pull the biological levers to unlock the trapped fat, and flush the toxicity out of your internal ecosystem forever. Because you are lean, you cannot rely on the mirror to measure the extent of the damage. We must look for systemic behavioral signals. We will run an immediate somatic diagnostic to verify if your liver is currently suffocating. I want you to observe your body exactly 45 minutes after you consume a standard office lunch, perhaps a large sandwich, a bagel, or a plate of pasta. First, do you experience a sudden, unexplainable expansion, specifically in your lower abdomen? Your arms are thin, but your stomach physically pushes against your belt, making it highly uncomfortable to sit upright at your desk. Second, pay attention to your cognitive state at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Do you experience post-prandial somnolence? A wave of exhaustion so heavy that you feel you need a physical nap just to survive the rest of the workday? If you answered yes to either of these, you are failing the diagnostic. Understand this biological reality. That afternoon crash is not normal fatigue. It is the physical manifestation of an overwhelmed biological refinery. When your liver is engorged with fat, its capacity to manage your blood sugar completely collapses. Your body is desperately pulling all available energy away from your brain to deal with the toxic backlog in your digestive system. You are functionally suffocating your own cognition. We must clear the backlog. To understand exactly how a skinny body develops a fatty organ, we must look at the cellular architecture of your digestion. Think of your liver as the ultimate biological refinery. When you consume standard carbohydrates, like rice or potatoes, they break down into glucose. Glucose is universally accepted. Every single muscle cell and brain cell in your body can absorb glucose and use it for immediate energy. But modern industrial diets are saturated with a different chemical, fructose. Found in massive quantities in sweetened lattes, commercial smoothies, and hidden syrups, fructose operates under a strict biological lock. According to extensive clinical research published by the Harvard T.H. Sands School of Public Health, virtually no other cell in your body can metabolize fructose. 100% of it is sent directly to your liver. When you sit at a desk all day and consume a high-carbohydrate meal alongside a sweetened beverage, you trigger a lethal combination. Your blood floods with insulin, the hormone that screams at your body to store energy. Simultaneously, your liver is hit with a massive wave of fructose. Because you are not physically sprinting or lifting heavy weights, your liver cannot burn this fructose. Trapped by the high insulin environment, it has only one biological option, a process called de novo lipogenesis. It forcefully converts the excess sugar directly into fat droplets and stores them inside its own cells. Your liver is not a storage facility, it is a filter, but you are forcing it to swallow its own waste. Over time, the fat suffocates the liver cells, triggering systemic inflammation. We will now implement the Metabolic Override. We will execute a precise 3-phase protocol to stop the influx, unlock the cells, and safely transport the fat out of your vital organs. Step 1. The Fructose Intercept. We cannot empty a flooding room while the tap is still running. You must initiate a total, non-negotiable blockade on liquid fructose. We are not reducing, we are eliminating. Throw away the commercial fruit juices, the sweetened iced teas, and the flavored coffee syrups. Liquid fructose hits your liver with the speed and violence of an unmitigated chemical strike. By cutting this single element, you instantly remove the primary substrate that your body uses to manufacture liver fat. You are giving your biological refinery the space to breathe. Step 2. The Insulin Depletion Window. Now that the flooding is stopped, we must unlock the doors. As long as insulin is high in your bloodstream, your liver is biologically forbidden from burning fat. To forcefully lower your insulin, you must implement a daily fasting window. For 16 consecutive hours, typically from your evening dinner until late the next morning, you will consume 0 calories. During this absolute metabolic silence, your insulin levels drop to their baseline. This sends a systemic command called Lipolysis, forcing your liver cells to finally open their vaults and begin burning the trapped fat for baseline survival energy. Transport catalyst. The fat is unlocked, but we must help the body ship it out. You cannot heal a fatty liver by starving yourself of essential nutrients. You must consume specific amino acids that act as biological transport vehicles, namely choline and methionine. These are found in the exact foods you were likely told to avoid: egg yolks, high-quality beef, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli. Choline binds to the fat inside your liver, packaging it into lipoproteins so it can be safely carried away through the bloodstream. Without choline, the fat remains trapped no matter how little you eat. Give your body the raw materials it needs to export the toxicity. Your liver possesses a miraculous, almost unbelievable capacity to regenerate its own tissue. A fatty liver is not a permanent life sentence. It is a temporary structural backlog. Stop fearing healthy fats and start hunting the hidden sugars. Execute the Fructose Intercept to stop the damage, utilize the fasting window to unlock the cells, and provide the transport catalyst to flush the system. If you commit to this biological alignment, within 3 weeks, the post-lunch bloat will vanish. Within 3 to 6 months, your internal imaging can drop an entire grade. You are the architect of your recovery. Here is your bioengineer's cheat sheet. Save this to your memory. Experiencing severe afternoon fatigue? Your refinery is overwhelmed. Execute the Fructose Intercept. Belly expanding after eating? Insulin is trapping the energy. Initiate the fasting window. Eating clean but the liver fat remains? The transport system is broken. Add the choline catalyst. Let's run a final diagnostic on your mindset. Before this video, did you honestly believe your fatty liver was caused by eating fat, or did you suspect hidden sugar? Drop one of those 2 words in the comments below. Acknowledge the illusion. Your liver is now slowly returning to its pristine state, but if you are still crashing hard at 2:30 in the afternoon, staring at your monitor with a thick, heavy brain fog, your daily glucose spikes are actively suffocating your neurons. Click the video on your screen right now for the afternoon brain fog protocol and discover the exact biological sequence to stabilize your glucose and reclaim your cognitive power. This is muscle mindset.
Rebuild the foundation, clear the signal, reclaim the power.